In August 2016, a new historical marker was dedicated in front of the courthouse in Shepherdsville. It was placed there to remember Adam Shepherd, for whom Shepherdsville is named. The purpose of this video is to share who Adam Shepherd was, what he accomplished, and why he is remembered this way. Adam was born in Bucks County, Pennsylvania in March 1757. He was the second of 9 children born to Peter and Elizabeth Schaefer, and was named for his grandfather, Adam Schaefer. Yes, that's right, his birth name was Schaefer. Had his parents not decided to anglicize their name to Shepherd, Bullitt County's county seat might be named Shepherdsville. His father, Peter Shepherd, operated a series of grist mills in Pennsylvania before moving to Baltimore in 1774. In Baltimore, he was a land speculator and was successful for a time. When Virginia in 1779 decided to raise money by selling land warrants in what was then Kentucky County, numerous men of means, both in Virginia and in neighboring Maryland, invested heavily in these warrants with a view toward making a fortune in these virgin lands. Peter Shepherd himself paid 6,400 English pounds for the right to claim 16,000 acres of Kentucky land. Here is an image of one of the warrants he purchased, 2,000 acres at a cost of 800 pounds, the currency at that time. It is unclear exactly what role Adam Shepherd played during the American Revolution. In the public papers of Kentucky Governor Keene Johnson, we find the statement, shortly following the Revolutionary War, Matthew Walton and Adam Shepherd, engineers who served with General Washington's army, left Virginia to seek land in Kentucky. We know that the Corps of Engineers was established in 1779 to help design and construct facilities for the Army, and that it was made up originally of civilian workers, members of the Continental Army, and French officers, civilian or soldier. It seems that Adam Shepherd contributed to the war effort. With the revolution dragging on, it was more than a year later before John Fitch made the first survey based on Shepherd's warrants. Then, the following March in 1781, Benjamin Stansbury laid out 2 large tracts in Peter Shepherd's name alongside the Salt River. One was for 600 acres on the south side of the river, the other was for 900 acres that would later include the site of Shepherdsville. About this time, Adam Shepherd's name appears as a surveyor for a tract of land along Mill Creek in what was then Jefferson County. Then, in January and February 1783, Adam surveyed a total of 9 different tracts of land for his father and 2 for himself, totaling over 9,000 acres. Then in September through December, he surveyed 11 more tracts, 6 for his father and 5 for himself, totaling more than 6,500 acres in different parts of Kentucky. During his travels in Kentucky, Adam Shepherd met and married Rachel Drake on the 20th of April, 1784, in Lincoln County, and they made their home in what would become Bullitt County. Here you see his marriage bond. And here is Samuel Drake's written permission for his daughter to marry Adam Shepherd. On December the 11th, 1793, the Kentucky legislature passed an act establishing a town on 50 acres of land of Adam Shepherd on the north bank of Salt River at the lower end of the falls of said river, where the great road leading to Bullett's Lick crossed the same. Shepherd recognized the value of placing a town on this spot, and men like Nacy Brashear, Michael Troutman, Benjamin Stansbury, and Joseph Brooks encouraged the idea. Benjamin Stansbury was given the task of laying out the town into 80 lots with intersecting streets. Then in 1809, James Shanks was called upon to resurvey the town's boundaries, and in 1811, the General Assembly made Shanks' survey the official version. A copy of his plat was placed in an early deed book and is shown here. While Shepherdsville would bear his name, Adam Shepherd made his home in the valley alongside the Long Lick Creek. Salt water had been located along the creek, and overlapping land claims there would keep the courts busy for years to come. But in 1798, Adam Shepherd managed to carve out 925 acres above and downstream from all the others. It was likely the prospects of finding salt that attracted him to the valley along the Long Lick Creek. By the time he was finished, he owned much of that valley, and this is where he came to live the rest of his life. Various sources suggest that Adam and Rachel had 1 or 2 sons, but neither appears to have lived to adulthood. They had 5 daughters that we know about. They included Charlotte, who married Samuel Brenthal, Mary, who married Robert Pryor, Julia, who married Samuel Neal, and Sarah, who never married, and Elizabeth, who married Ben Chappice. Adam Shepherd was 62 when he died in the spring of 1819. He was likely buried on his farm alongside Long Lick Creek. Rachel was listed as being in her 70s at the 1830 census, and she likely died the next year. Their son-in-law, Ben Chappice, had helped manage her affairs, and he and his wife Elizabeth gradually claimed ownership of the Shepherd lands along the creek. Today, Chappice Lane passes through part of that land. So today we remember Adam Shepherd, a surveyor, a businessman, briefly a legislator, whose name now appears on a town, a street, and a historical marker. This has been a presentation of the Bullitt County History Museum. Thank you for joining us.